I need me a sugar mama, old lady, foxy mama, sophisticated. Sugar mama, old lady, foxy mama, sophisticated. Old age don't mean nothing to me. Wise man said age ain't nothing but a number.
We're back. Since the summer, we are finally back together again in the Bay Area in Hadley's room. There's no backseat biography here. There is only bedroom biography. Yeah, what do we talk about?
Okay, so today we're just like, I don't know. We're just gonna talk about like cool, underrated places to go on a date, really, in the Bay Area. We just thought that these places were really fun, and we found them to be like the most enjoyable, and they're also free, which is like
Swag.
yeah.
Swag.
It's just swag.
Let's begin.
Number 1 is the
Yes.
library.
It's a library. Okay.
So the first time we ever hung out, we went to a public library, and when we went to camp, we would go to the Geisel library. So like libraries are very special to us, and like especially as like introverted people, it is nice like being in a quiet space with someone, because it just makes it a little bit more intimate and like harder to like talk and like more like just special.
Yeah. I think like, okay, wait. To be fair though, we went to the public library on our first like hangout. It wasn't a date because I hadn't asked her out yet. But yeah, I don't know. Like it was, so I guess to make this specific to the Bay, the library that we went to was the San Francisco Public Library. And if you haven't, if you haven't been there before, it's really big, and there's like little exhibits that you can check out. So it's not just like a place to read books, which is kind of like the main point of going to a library, but it's also a place that you can kind of like explore a little bit of history and like just like have a conversation around other things. I think like a lot of times like when we're choosing places that we want to go to a place that like fits a couple like checkpoints, like it's mentally stimulating.
Yeah.
It provides a lot of things that can serve as like conversation points, and it's a little bit low key because like I like speaking from my own personal experience, like I hate going to places where there are a lot of people, just because like I don't know, it's just like it gets really loud, and like I feel like exhausted by the large crowds. So that's kind of number 1, libraries. So like obviously this isn't specific to the Bay Area just yet, but personally from our experience, the San Francisco Public Library is a great place to go. We've gone to other libraries as well. We're boring like that. It's some motherfucking D-O-double-G. We love the Alameda Public Library. Very cool.
UC Berkeley Library.
UC Berkeley Library is very swag.
Just any library really, I feel like, is like fun to hang out in. If you're not studying, you know, like whatever. Location number 2 is Ikea.
I think this one came from Hadley's love for 500 Days of Summer, that movie.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, I just think it's fun because it's like usually like home stuff, and it's like if you're in a serious relationship, it's fun to like mess around and like think about that, like what your home would look like with that person. But it's also fun to just like mess around and be like pretending like you are having a fancy dinner in one of their like made up dining room tables,
right?
Or just like look at cool things, and like you can even shop if you actually need something. But then also the Ikea in Emeryville, which is like the one that we're talking about in the Bay, is it has like a really cool view of the Bay Bridge
from the dining area too.
Yeah, and so like you can eat, and the food's cheap. It's pretty good. I mean, you have to pay to like get stuff, but you don't have to pay to like get in, which is nice. Like,
you can also like kind of like, you don't even have to go in a serious relationship to Ikea. Like in 500 Days of Summer, they don't go in as a serious relationship at all.
They're very casual.
Very casual.
If you've seen the movie.
But I personally think that it was really fun because you could like see how the other person like styled, how, like their stylistic choices. So it's like, you know, so like If
what
you
their
go to,
aesthetic is.
right, aesthetic is, I mean, like, it's like, okay, so I go in there with hypothetically someone, right, like you, and then let's say you like polka dot pillows, and then it's like if like polka dots are like the bane of my existence, and I know that I don't want to date you, you know, it's like a great way to like kind of filter out people. Like, you don't want someone who's like first purchase from Ikea is a lava lamp.
There's just like a lot of fun things you can do in there, and I think their food is like,
It's pretty good. Swedish meatballs.
pretty good, yeah.
Great horse meat. Love it.
The third one is
I personally think, one of our favorites and our legit and official first date, which was at the reservoir, the Quicksilver Reservoir.
that wasn't our okay.
That was our first date.
No, we weren't dating.
Oh wait, that was the first time we hung out in Almaden together, so that wasn't even our first date.
Yeah, so down near San Jose, where he's from in Almaden.
I'll put a location right here.
It's like south San Jose, and there's a cool like dam that he would go to with his friends, and like I liked hiking and stuff, and like he suggested we go there. And the hike is really pretty. It's like a lot of oak trees. And we did it in the summer too, but like this was in the fall the first time we did it, and it was like everything's really beautiful. It was like really green, and the water is really pretty. And it's just like a dam, and then you can sit on the dam, which is what we did.
Yeah,
we had really cool.
We had lunch on the dam. We had a dam lunch.
And we had like you can just like bring the speaker, like listen to music, and just chill, or just like talk.
Yeah, I think that's something that's very unique to California that I miss personally, being at school in very flat North Carolina. It's not like there aren't like very rigorous mountains, but the mountains that we do get, they kind of create this like really beautiful geographic like environments, I guess, if that's the right word. Just like spewing fake academia. It's like you get like, you know, you get like golden fields of grain along your hike. You also get like really pretty oak trees, like Hadley said. And then you get like these really like clear blue or brown if it just rained, which is very unlikely in California, but happens. Like just like really beautiful like bodies of water, and it's just really nice, like in terms of like dating, like to be able to go somewhere that's like really beautiful, and like once again like it's very like physically stimulating because you're like hiking and exhausting in that way, but then you also have a lot of stuff that you can kind of like find inspiration and like just find beauty in, and like just kind of be able to talk about that with your loved one. Yeah, I don't know.
And if you're like just a nature person and you want to like get out there with someone you might like I feel like it's always a great place to go, because like it's just like nice to be in nature, and
That's true.
Calming.
And like you don't even have to be a nature person to like it. Like, to be honest with you, like I think everybody should go. Like there's so many like stereotypical like ideas of what like the Bay Area are. Like people like probably imagine like San Francisco, like the Golden Gate Bridge, and like just very like idealistic photos of like bodies of water, like the Pacific Ocean and like beaches, that like we kind of forget that like the California that like the very famous like romanticist writers like John Steinbeck. No, John Steinbeck was not a romanticist. He was. Like, I personally, like, you know, it's like, fuck an ocean. Why not, like, go to a reservoir? Why not go and, like, enjoy, like, this, like, very mountainous terrain? Because, like, in a lot of parts of the world, like, that's not something that they, like, we get, you know? We're very grateful to have this kind of, like, that very vibrant contrast between green and golden and, like, all these different colors. So, yeah. That's place number tres. Tres.
Y cuatro is
Rockwall. Rockwall is my favorite place in this list of places, because that was our legit first date. But it was even between Hadley and I.
No, it wasn't like our first date.
Okay.
It was like
it's somewhere I went on my first date.
Place.
Hi.
Hello.
Basically.
Yeah, just say it.
The Rockwall. When Hadley and I went on our first date in Berkeley, we brought a friend from each side to kind of like wheel with us. So they were like 2 double wheels. So we had like a full car, right? Hadley's close. Silly dog. Yeah. So we would go. So Hadley had like soccer practice that day or something, so she had to leave early.
Yeah.
And so my friend Shivam and I went out to like, we were just looking for somewhere to hang out with, and on Google Maps there was just like this very thin line that was jutting out from the Alameda Island into like the ocean towards San Francisco, like the kind of like the city line. And so we were like, let's go check this out. And we ended up finding this like really thin strip of concrete rocks or some sort of rock, right? And like we I took Hadley there a couple of times, and turns out she had never gone there before.
But like I'd always seen it because it's like really close to where I used to like practice soccer, and just like this like weird like line of like rock, and like it's really pretty. And actually a winery on the Navy base of Alameda is like named after it. So like we were like, oh, let's go to Rockwall, as in like the rock wall, but most people would like think of the like winery.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just kind of funny, but like it's really fun to just, cause it's kind of like a hike, cause you're like walking and you're like focusing on where you're stepping, cause like make the wrong step, you could like slip and like fall through the rocks
and die.
And there's like water, and there's like usually people fishing, and it's really quiet, but it's like also really like loud because like the water and stuff. But like you get a really, really, really good view of the San Francisco skyline, and then just like all of like
the ocean,
the peninsula and everything, and the bay.
Yeah, and the sunsets are like really amazing.
Yeah.
What makes the rock wall so cool for me is that it's so expansive. Like I've never actually walked to the end of the rock wall myself. And
we like have never made it out there.
But it's just like the body of water. Like I know that I just tore on an ocean, the Pacific Ocean, in my last
Democrats
location.
are absolute hypocrites.
But like that being said, like I think like that location is just so like peaceful and quiet, and I definitely feel like a tourist because like there are all these like fishermen who have been doing this for like the last like 2 centuries or whatever, you know, like that's their like spot. But it's very like rewarding to be able to like, you know, like go through all this journey, and then you get this really like kind of stereotypical view of like the Bay Area that like no one even knows about. It's really pretty. It makes you kind of appreciate like how expansive like Mother Nature is. You get like kind of like that mix between like the man-made city and then like this like wall of rocks that came from the earth, and like this like massive ocean that doesn't seem to ever end. And I think like that's just really beautiful. So definitely a great place to get.
And it's just like if you want a nice view, and like it's crowded everywhere else, like it's a great view.
It's peaceful. It's really beautiful. Yeah.
And location number 5.
Number 5
is
I don't remember what number 5 was. I feel like
Owen Zoo.
No.
Zoos.
We've never got to the zoo report yet. Number 5. What is number 5? That's true. Church is a good place to go. We don't have a number 5,
Okay,
and that's
goodbye.
that. Goodbye.
Young girl, she don't give me jokes, someone references. Old lady, she ain't with the tech or the messages. Young girl, love dance getting sort of decadent. Old lady, tied up, she ain't even stressing kids. You can't cook me.